Hit it.
Oh, yeah! Very good. Okay, very good.
Buenos dias! Hey, welcome to Hard Factor, episode 1703, Monday, May 5th, 2025, Cinco de Mayo. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, Pat is kicking us off. What you got, Pat? Mm-hmm.
Racism is dead in America.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
good.
Cinco de Mayo. So
No, it's not. It never was, obviously.
Yeah, and,
and there's so much
not,
proof
no.
of it in perhaps the grossest story of the year. We're going to get into the lady that is damn near closing in on $1 million for calling a child at a park the N-word.
yeah, that's a crazy. I haven't seen any of the shit about it, so I'm excited for you to teach us what's going on. Have not watched the video or any of the.
Oh God!
See, it's going crazy.
She's
though.
making so much money, it makes you want to almost get out there and make a deal with someone. Hey, let's do a fake
Yeah,
video.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I was thinking about, and I fucked that up. Mark's going first, but I was thinking about that in related to the story you're going to give an update on the poop woman, because I thought like it was such a perfect situation. I thought that could have been staged, and they would, you could make some money on just how viral the situation.
Fake, right? It's not. They got her. I got an update on her and an update on. Pat does have one of the grossest stories of the year, but I feel like this one's up there too. I have an update on the corpse fucker on the New York City subway. So,
much needed update on that guy.
yeah, you
got a
don't tell
corpse
a story
fucker
like that and not update it when there's an update. Yeah,
Yeah, everybody really was curious. At least I was. I know I was extremely curious the whole time where the dude in the Dodgers hat has been.
I have a fefeeling
glad
there
you're
were
gonna tell us.
New Yorkers. Is that New Yorkians that were curious about where that guy was too?
New Yorkers.
Yeah,
New Yorkers.
New
New
Yorkians.
Yorkians were worried too.
New Yorkians.
They're
New
like, where is he?
Yorkians.
Yeah.
New Yorkians.
Is that what they're called, the New Yorkians? New Yorkers. I bet there's a few New Yorkers that were upset. Yeah.
New
Yorkians.
Yorkies.
Yeah.
The New Yorkies. I like it. New Yorkians could be a good new franchise name.
Sounds like a dog.
Yeah, like a real classy one. And then I've got a Trump date, but it's a good news sandwich Trump date. So it's like, it's not like Trump dates are necessarily bad or good. They're just always
Usually
going to be
bad.
polarizing for the most part. Polarizing for sure, as you know, that's what you're going in with the Trump date. But then I got good news on either side. So it's like a good news sandwich here to end the
Did
episode.
somebody say sandwich?
And you get a little bit of the Trump news. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And he loves sandwiches.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's it. That's how we're going to handle it on this one. And there's a lot of there's some really cool good news stories, like
Sandwich
headline worthy.
with a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So many.
We'll get to it after the sandwich.
Is he still on the Diet Cokes? I wonder what his regimen is. Is it still like KFC
Yeah,
and
he's
Diet Cokes? For the
so
most part?
healthy. He's perfectly. I mean, he's the most healthy president there's ever been.
Well, the one thing he's got going for him is he's a
It's his
teetotaler. He doesn't drink and he never drank, right? And that's his big thing for health. And then other than that, I mean, yeah, he definitely drinks a shitload of Diet Coke and eats a lot.
I think
of
he'll be on
KFC.
Diet Cokes till the day he dies. I don't think he's gonna give up Diet Cokes. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a good weekend?
Great
Yeah, it
weekend.
was good, really
I
good.
hope everyone listening had a good weekend, had a great weekend. Let's get into the news. So, couple of updates on some of the biggest stories we've done this year. First up, they caught the Delco pooper, the Delco dumper, I should say.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't really highlight so
Fit
much
girl.
that it was the
Yeah.
Delco lady when we first covered it, which Delco, it would have made a lot more sense because Delaware County, Pennsylvania, is really where the trash sits.
So, but she's
Pennsylvania.
moved out. She's moved out west though, right? So because it happened in which
Where
town?
to? To
It was like
Westchester.
Pembroke County or something like that. PA.
I don't know, but she's a Delco
was it Western
broad.
PA where the hood was shat on? Was that East or Western PA?
I had the
That's
cross
east.
street and the county.
Oh, it's East.
But I didn't know that was Delco.
Well, do you have the video, Mark?
okay,
If you
so
do the
it's
video,
Philly.
you'll be
Yeah.
able to hear from her accent. It is just about as Delco as you can get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
watched
hear
the
from
video
her.
last time. Yeah.
No.
No, we didn't.
The
Not
new
with her
video.
voice.
Not her.
The only
Not her speaking.
no. Yeah, the other voice was the only voice we heard was the guy recording it who goes, "That bitch just took a dump on her car," and then the lady who dumped
Yell
on,
it.
"You pig! You disgusting pig!" We didn't hear from the pooper yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were thinking it was Western PA last week, but it's Eastern PA. That clears some things up. Okay. Sets the scene.
So here she is, not looking very remorseful in her mugshot.
Oh no, she was happy.
Does it pop
She's
up? Yeah.
Big
Does
girl.
She's satisfied with herself. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on to
Relieved.
that big
Relieved
girl.
too. You
Hold
know?
on to that big girl thing, and she'd do it again, as you can tell by that. And here's the here she is. Here's her voice. So this is her getting arrested, not remorseful, gleefully getting arrested, I would say.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
Oh, hilarious.
He asked her.
She chased you?
I have a sickness.
What?
You said she chased you?
Yeah, she
Diarrhea.
chased me.
Yeah.
And I got out and begged her to stop.
You got nothing better to do another
That was,
Delco
yeah,
lady giving her
that
shit.
was very
Right.
Philly right
Well,
there.
no. I think the Delco
She was
lady was
defending her.
yelling at the person
Yeah.
filming her. Yeah.
You got nothing better to do than film my Christine.
Listen, hon.
Yeah,
Listen, hon.
that's Christine Solometto.
You think they got it out with
44 years
water?
old. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was Christine's friend who supports her. And she's like,
Right.
she's got a sickness. Didn't you hear?
A sickness as in diarrhea. That's what she's saying.
No.
She's like, I had
Yeah,
diarrhea.
thank God I had a sickness so I could sickness her car.
A lot of people took it that way. I was talking to Kate about it, who's from the
Because it
Delaware
was
County
diarrhea.
area, and we were counting it back and forth, and I was like, and then she said she had a sickness, and that's what Kate said.
Diarrhea.
She's like got a condition, and I said, no, I took it as I've got a sickness, and my sickness is if you
I've got a
spook
special
me,
talent.
if you spook me, I'll dump on your car.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
like
was
a
taking it
skunk.
literal. I was taking it literal because she had explosive diarrhea in the video. I mean, that was the most striking piece of the video.
I
Is
think you guys
that
are both on it. I think that she had a bad stomach bug, but also can kind of get a bad stomach bug whenever she wants one.
Well, is she saying that she has chronic?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
a
man, I got
sickness.
IBS?
Crohn's.
IBS?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
got a
don't want to test me.
sickness.
I got Crohn's.
So is that her defense? She's going to say to the judge, like, look, I got Crohn's disease.
No, her
Look, I'm
defense is
sick.
what you guys both pointed out, and what Pat had just said. She's a bigger girl, so what she didn't say in that video, but she told police, is that the woman not only chased her, but when they like kind of got to within stopping distance or shouting distance, the woman called her a fat bitch, which she said sent her over
Okay.
the edge because Christine doesn't follow a lot of rules, but she has one and she has a code. You call her
Call
a
out her
fat
weight.
bitch,
Yep.
and she takes a fat bitch on your hood ornament.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hey, you want to see how I got this fat? Pow.
Yeah,
Take a lot of shits.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Take a whole look at this ass.
Pow.
Yeah, I mean, still, it was just so crazy how she was able to just like save up that explosive diarrhea, jettison it on the hood so quick. I mean, she hasn't really addressed what I'm interested in, which is the logistics of how she pulled that off.
She did do that
so seamlessly.
too. She did that too.
Okay.
Well, she said because she was pretty happy with herself. She's like, "Look, the woman chased me, and she called me a fat bitch, and
Right.
that's why I did it. That's why I'm not sorry." But she also said that she was proud of her work because she took a clean one. She said, "I took one so clean I didn't even need to wipe, and I was fine."
That's a
But
lie.
that's just a lie.
No way. No
It's just
way.
lying.
It
We
was
all saw
diarrhea.
it. We all saw the shit.
Ain't
We all
calling
saw
Christine
it.
a liar.
It was
We all saw
diarrhea.
it, dude. Why is she
Look, I
lying?
Wipe.
Well, maybe some people were making fun of her, and that's her defense mechanism. I took a clean one.
No, her defense
No.
mechanism is shitting on the car.
Yes.
And
Clearly.
convincing what a defense mechenism is. That's
Clearly.
just a
See, I don't
defense,
have
Mark.
any stains on my shorts.
Yeah, she's like a human skunk, but yeah.
I didn't have any stains in my hands.
I don't think she was wearing any undies.
No, she did because she pulled him right back up. It was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
but they were like those shorts that girls
Granny
wear that would say
panties.
like booty on them or like
right. It could be like
delicious.
shorts
Yeah.
that she's outgrown or granny panties.
She was wearing like felt shorts.
I so wholeheartedly support this lady. As someone who's shit on a car before, at an
Yeah, I mean,
act
this
of
is your
revenge.
prank that you've
Yeah,
done
Pat,
this, but you
can't
haven't
dog on her.
you haven't done this.
I'm
You've done it in the dead of night in secrecy. You haven't done it right to their face, and I feel like it changes the legal situation because
You
they
can't
have
even
you
do it.
red-handed.
There's
She's
nothing you
even
can
on
do
video.
anymore. Well,
We
you
got
can't
away
even
with
pull off a
it.
prank like this anymore.
We
Not
got
in
away with
this.
it until Pat opened his big mouth.
Not in this
10
camera
years ago.
era. Yeah,
No.
not in this camera. Because you would have been caught on a fucking security cam back in the day. You know, think about it now.
That's true.
There, some fucking ring cam would have got your ass.
There was a revenge dump that took place in high school, and the people got away scot-free. I was in the car, but Pat was the dumper. Another person who we won't name peed on the car, and you may know him.
You guys got that car.
Yeah. And yeah, then we went home and you know, heard nothing about it for 10 years until we were at a party, and Pat was on one, so he's telling some of our funniest stories, and he told the story about the dump. It just so happened that the kid's younger brother was sitting next to him. He goes, "That's my brother that you dumped on." And then Pat like looks shocked. We're sitting around like a fire outside, and I'm next to Pat.
Killed the
Pat,
mood.
Pat looks shocked. Everyone's shocked because we're like, he's like, and then Pat just looks at me and he goes, "Mark was there." I was like,
I wasn't going down alone, bud.
"What the hell is that for, Pat?"
Wasn't going down alone, bud.
He
Come on.
drove me.
Come on.
Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah, he ratted
Holy
himself
shit.
out and
Yeah,
got
well, I
me
see why you
right on the bus.
support her. This isn't the craziest thing. If the woman really did follow her, I mean, and she felt like she was really fearful for her life. But then how would she be feel for her life when she felt comfortable enough to walk up and shit on the hood? There's a lot of holes in the story, and so
Oh,
what's
no, I
your
think she's just proud of being a bitch. I don't think she's saying. I think she's
She's
just
like,
saying like
this-
this is how I
right.
handle shit. You know.
right? Exactly.
come
Like
at
you
me.
You
Yeah.
call me fat, I will shit on your hood, and that's just the bottom line.
She's like, she's not innocent in this.
I heard she has an
Okay.
OnlyFans. Is that true?
That's
I
hilarious.
imagine guys would pay to watch her take a diarrhea on things.
Probably.
I think
probably some
she
scat fans
might have
out there.
she might have dropped that in a longer version of the interview.
And
Is
if you
this
want
like-
to see
is this
more
a
of my
viral-
work,
Yeah, it's a viral marketing technique.
yeah, what if they were all in on it together?
That's crazy.
So like
She's just
but
driving people to the scat page on OnlyFans.
what's her actual charge? What charge do you get?
Shitting on a car is the charge, but
Come on.
I don't know what her actual charge is. It's probably vandalism or like lewdness because she showed her brown hole to the public. You know,
B Fox in the live chat here. He looks like a Delco expert, and he says this is big WT, blue collar Delco queen energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, you know how like a lot of times like, oh, something weird happens, we don't have a law for it, we haven't caught up, we don't know how to charge her. I think this has happened before in Delco County. They probably have a specific law around this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Delco County is a great one. It's like the Florida of the Mid Atlantic.
What are you in for? A Delco 3? A Delco 2?
Go 3. I did a Wawa hot coffee on the hood of a car.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all adding up now. Okay, but let's move on to another update. They got someone else, and this one's a little bit more important than catching someone that takes diarrhea on their car.
Much
After
weight.
being called a fat bitch, this is they finally caught the crazy bastard that fucked a corpse on the New York City subway. Thank God.
I'm glad.
Thank goodness. Wow.
Took so long. Stressful few weeks in New York. Yeah, it's
Dude, that was the craziest story I mean we've done in recent history. Was the original of the report, because it was all on CCTV of him defiling the corpse inside the subway car.
He smoked a cigarette and died. If you don't remember, they have video of this guy getting on the subway. He lit up a cigarette in front of one other person on the car, and then there were other people in the car who cleared out because they're like, I'm not going to be in this car with a guy smoking. And then he just peacefully died in that car. And then 2 hours later, around midnight, allegedly 44-year-old Felix Rojas rolls in, and he's like, wait a minute. By the way, he looks a little too unremorseful for his crime too. He should be head down at all times, you'd think.
Yeah, surprised he's going upright with the good posture there for
Yeah.
the crime he's on.
How old
trial
did you say that he
for.
is?
44.
44.
Both people 44 in the stories.
He looks like he has a disability a little bit.
I mean, look, I don't. He's got something. Something's going on up there. That,
yeah, Patty banged a corpse. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, yeah, I agree. He's something, yeah, for sure.
And then he tried to rob the guy. Then he tried to like move the body, and then he left. And then some other lady ended up robbing the corpse as well. It was a tough day for that corpse. But they got Felix Rojas, and it's being reported that he is not a legal citizen.
Okay.
So this is
Where's
going
he
to
from?
be a field day for the Trump admin. They're fucking corpses. He's from Mexico, and apparently
man.
he's crossed in illegally 5 or 6 times. And maybe he was like, this is the last time because of all the stuff going on with immigration. So I want to go out with a bang, and
right.
I might as well fuck a corpse while I'm still here. And then all of a sudden he sees a not even completely cold body, and he's got to be thinking, this is it. Partially warm corpse.
That is incredible. Okay, so yeah, so Trump hasn't done a PowerPoint on this guy yet. I was assuming that's the.
Yeah, I don't.
Happen?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge fan of kicking people out that live here if they have
no, but this guy's going to be the poster boy.
This guy is like the poster child for
yeah.
They're eating your pets. They're raping your corpses. Like
oh yeah, it's tough. That's tough. So so he's gonna get deported. Whoa!
You got to get him out of here.
This one I agree.
The corpse fucker.
This is the one
where
it's like, yeah.
The problem is they're gonna,
where
so they're going to use
scale now. Yeah.
7 miles an hour. Yeah.
They're going to use the corpse.
This is the one everybody could agree on, and then we got to have a scale.
They're going to use this corpse fucker to get a lot of non-corpse fuckers out. That's the issue. You know what I mean?
Right. So you got to put now everybody on a scale. I'm saying like you got to. He's at the top. That's an auto. That's an auto delete. You just say okay.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Your Honor, did this man fuck a corpse on a New York City subway?
Right.
No.
That's how every has to start.
The answer is no. Therefore, I think we could say he's by far not the worst.
Right. On a scale of Felix Rojas to not the worst, he's not Felix Rojas.
Felix Rojas is the worst. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've established as bad as it can be now, and as quick of a deportation as you can possibly create. And so, hey, at least we've managed to do that. There's some common ground.
I mean, holy moly, the guy fucked the corpse. What do you want?
That's insane. And it's his 6th
Sir,
time.
why do you have blood on your dick?
Yeah. Hey, DMX, you're out. I got blood on my dick because I fucked the corpse. I guess I listened to that CD.
He's too into DMX. He doesn't. Maybe it's lost in the translation of English to Spanish. He doesn't get that it's a little bit of a metaphor style. Like he's not. Yeah. I don't think DMX was literally running around banging corpses.
No, it was not.
And so.
No.
Right. Yeah. So.
Some creative licensing.
Right.
Okay. You know what Felix Rojas could use, and probably Christine Solomon too, the Delco pooper. What our show is sponsored by today, BetterHelp. I might want to talk to someone about what's going on with them, because our show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Luckily for them, luckily for everyone listening. And guess what? Therapy can feel like a big investment, but the state of your mind is just as important as your physical health. And if we want to talk numbers, let's do it. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average of up to 50% per session.
Wow.
Right? You guys agree?
Savings. Yeah.
I love the savings and health.
BetterHelp. BetterHelp is the best. It is much more affordable, and it's easier access too. You just get on your phone. Boom. You're there.
Yeah, exactly. With
you're
BetterHelp, exactly. You pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and time. And as you pointed out, therapy should feel accessible. You don't want to get in the car, sit in a waiting room, be like, oh, who's going to see me? Whatever's, all the things you're thinking about not doing therapy, all the barriers of entry. There really isn't any of that with BetterHelp. You can do it straight from your home. You can do it. You can switch therapists for free. They have professional therapists, but you can switch them for free. So your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. I know you guys have benefited from it. They have 30,000 therapists It's the world's largest online therapy platform, and they've served 5 million people globally. Pretty good. And click of a button and you're in there. So your well-being is worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/hardfactor today to get 10% off your first month right there. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/hardfactor.
There you go.
Best. Yeah.
All right. So right before the weekend, this story broke
Yeah.
about this woman in Rochester, Minnesota, named Shiloh Hendricks, who was
Wait, it's a woman named Shiloh.
yeah, her name's Shiloh Hendricks.
All right,
Shiloh.
And they don't call him the Shiloh for nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Just clarifying. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just clarifying.
where we're at, Wisconsin, woman named Shiloh. Yep.
Minnesota, woman named Shiloh, and she's out there in Rochester. And this guy posted a video, and the guy who's posted the video has a Somali accent. He's a Somali man. There's a lot of Somali immigrants in Minnesota. I forget why.
Right.
But yeah, it's a place.
Probably just accepted a bunch from one of the many civil wars they have, right? So,
Anyway,
because they're sick of it being 1,000 degrees.
right, exactly.
Well, it's kind of the
they
polar
want to go to
opposite.
the opposite. Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, Shiloh is on video. This is posted to social media, and the man. I'm not going to play the video because it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. But I'll tell you about it. So Shiloh, the dude rolls up on the camera and says, "Hey, did you just call that little boy the N-word?" And she goes, "Fuck you! Not your business. Get out of my face." He goes, "Why'd you call that little boy the N-word?" And she says, "F you, N-word," to the man.
Okay.
And then
Shiloh.
it comes out. She stops.
Just big on the old
Big
school
racist
jargon
energy.
Here. Okay.
She's holding her baby, her 2-year-old or something, in her arms as she's walking away from this man. And she holds up like a pouch, like a kid pouch, and says, "He was going through my bag." This kid was going through my bag. The kid.
Well,
that
but it's a
N-word.
kid.
And immediately, I got to interject here, Will. I know you'll.
She
back
never
me up
had
on
a
this.
kid go. Like, I mean, it's just random kids. When you go to the park, dude, it's just kids are just like. I mean,
My
there's like
child is
babies crawling around and
Will,
shit.
this was a black kid.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
well, I mean,
true.
yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
What
I
aren't
guess
you
she's not
getting?
used to interracial parks, but you know, in most like cities, right? Like everybody's pretty much a different ethnicity who's going through each other's shit.
My kid,
you know,
rifles through other people's bags at
Yeah.
the playground all the time, to the point where I'm like,
breaks in. Yeah.
"Hey, man, that's not yours. That's not yours. That's not yours. That's not yours." that's
Shiloh
not
goes, hey, wait, stop rifling through my stuff, kid. Oh, wait. Okay, you're white. Hang on. You're not Jewish, are you?
Well, to that point, Shiloh says
they should try it with a white kid. See what her reaction is.
Shiloh laid down the classic, "If he's gonna act like one, I'm gonna call him one." That that's one of the most classic racist things that you can say. Now the camera pans over to this
kids, and then she's holding a 2-year-old. She's holding a 2-year-old. I mean, I just can't imagine how you could possibly get into this type of conversation with your kids in your arms. I mean,
Oh well, Shiloh is definitely like she's got she's like seriously racist. She's like
right. No, she's made that clear.
She's
Yeah,
like
no,
borderline
I
white
it
supremacist,
makes
like
sense.
part of a club racist in how aggressive she's being with her situation.
What you can't see in the video is the blood boiling beneath her skin that she's even around black people. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
specifically
that's the real issue. The right, them being in the same vicinity, right, of her. You know,
Cherry on top.
She's made it clear. Yeah,
that they might not be born here. That makes it even worse.
Okay.
So yeah, she drops the N-word like maybe like 10 times in this video. It's pretty unapologetic about it. And yeah, I mean, it was one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. And look, there's lots of bullshit defenses that are coming in on the internet that we can get into if you want. But the bottom line of it is, you should watch it. I mean, Google Shiloh Hendricks video, go on X. The first video is going to pop up as a white supremacist sharing it, saying she did exactly what she should have done, defending her children. Watch it and tell me if you think it's okay, regardless of what the situation is. There's no excuses for it at a playground. There's just absolutely zero. You give deference to every child at a playground, period.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the parents, for the most part, try to just like stay out of the way at playgrounds, right? Like, as opposed to insert themselves as.
So
like,
after the video came
especially
out,
if a kid was doing something with your bag. I mean, if an adult was going through your bag, I could see that being like something to say something about.
I
But
think
like,
she also said
if a
like
kid's
the
going
kid
through your bag, I mean,
who
you
was
just
like, you know,
move your bag.
a little bit bigger than her kid because he was a couple years older, more like 4 or 5 instead of 2 or whatever. Like maybe bumped into her kid in the playground or something like that too. But like,
So,
and then the guy was like, you know, like he's a kid. You're really gonna say it to a kid? And she doubled down, like Pat said, and said it to the kid like 6
The kid
times.
might have been 10. I couldn't tell, but
so what happens after the video comes
so
out?
she drops there's the alternative fundraising site to GoFundMe, Give Send Go. Okay.
No, but before that, what happens?
Tizzy Entertainment
Yeah.
and guys like Dinesh get on it and are
they
like,
expose her name and social
Exactly,
security number and stuff, and so this is what's leading up to the.
Well, no
GoFundMe.
one's exposed. Like that's the thing. The social security number is like it's out there. If someone exposes your name,
I didn't mean it.
yeah.
I didn't care. I'm just saying they did the thing where they like find her, make her famous, and they like gave her like address and stuff like that, her name or whatever, right?
Right.
Like,
So she launched a Give Send Go, which it's, I believe it's like a Christian-based organization for alternative fundraising efforts. It's Give Send Go, shine brightly. That's their vibe. There's nothing bright about what's going on here.
Put that back up. There's give, share, and pray.
Yes, you can pray. You can give prayer, which is just literally like sending a message. Anyway, she says, "Help me protect my family. Hi, my name is Shiloh, and I have been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who recently found out that he had a history with law enforcement, not relevant, proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posted the entire video, which has caused my family, myself, and myself great turmoil. My SSN has been leaked. My address, phone number have been given out freely. My family members are being attacked. My oldest child may not be going back to school. Even where I exercise has been exposed. Oh, no. I'm asking for you to help assist in protecting my family. I fear we must relocate, and I have 2 small children
it
who do
sounds
not
like you should relocate.
deserve this, who've been threatened to the extremes by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear. Thank you." She posted that on like Thursday.
She said, "I called the kid out for what he is."
Exactly. Yes.
In
So
the
like,
post?
Yeah, I mean, she's not making
Not a lot
any
of-
bones about being racist. That's for sure. But to Mark's point and her request thing, once you make her famous, make her life hell videos, then she's gonna get support when she puts one of these up.
So she started at $100,000. That was what she needed to get lost. Okay, to move out.
That's move out money, huh?
And the goalposts have been moved.
Get
5
me to
times.
Whiteville. Get me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where she's moving, Iceland? Is she like where's she gonna
Yeah,
go?
where's she
Right?
going
Like,
with this $100,000?
yeah. I wonder where
goalposts-
where only
Is
white
this like
people.
The Last of Us or like that Book of Eli where she's like going to find the one remaining beacon of white supremacy that she's gonna get to?
Ironically, she's gonna have to move to Canada, which is gonna blow her mind. That's probably
She
like the
could just
last
go to
place where there's all
Idaho.
whites.
She can just
Idaho?
just a couple states
I
over.
don't know. I feel like Idaho's even blowing up now. Like people are like kind of like
I would
No, I
probably
don't know.
move to wherever the most people donated to.
you're
Well-
gonna have a hard time anywhere in America outside of like the rural deep south, like in
So she started her goal at $100,000, and boy did she surpass that goal. And she kept moving the goalposts. That's what irked me the hardest, right? What irks me the hardest is you set your goal. Well, the whole thing irks me, but it's just double fucking terrible that you set your goal at $100,000. You see you're gonna make more
She's like,
money.
"You're right. I need 250,000 to move."
I need $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
She's earned.
these those. Hey,
Is that $1 million?
She's at $650,000.
you gotta get more dollars.
Goal.
Strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, I mean, so it's crazy. And then this follows up like the fucking track meet one. It's dude, the what Americans think charity is for is alarming.
Yeah, that kid got 600,000. She's passing him. It looks like. Yeah, Pat, read some of these.
All right, so this is some of the comments. Anonymous giver. I wanted to donate 1488, but I thought you deserved more. That's the white supremacist number.
Oh, wow.
1488, 14 words.
Okay, yeah, just being
Anonymous
ultra-
giver, 20
ultra
bucks.
KKK ish.
We've had enough. The liberal media and mindset can go to hell. Free speech and fighting back against a black crime and inept parenting should be supported universally. Okay, that's one. Here, let me get to a couple others here. They're all
I
great.
mean, like he does realize like people of other races exist, right? So that you can't have universal support for white supremacy. I mean, that's a pipe dream, buddy. I mean, come on.
Here's some real choice ones.
Not going to be the grand wizard coming up with thoughts like that, bud.
Bedbug, I had to grow up with these animals. I know exactly where you're coming from. Sorry you are going through this. And then anonymous giver. This mom is trying to protect her child, uses a racist slur, and now deserves to die? Ridiculous. What guilt must die? Who said she deserved to die?
Who's going to kill her? Yeah.
No one said that. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for
Here's
white
$10
children.
for that.
Yeah, here's $10.
We must secure the future of our people. Here's $10.
Thank you for setting for free speech. Setting for free speech.
Yeah, going to be a lot of typos in these. Yeah.
We're tired of this stabbing versus the N-word. They're referring to the Carmelo Anthony situation. And I couldn't find the one that
stabbing,
marked like
it was the other kid. Yeah.
the most, but it was like good on you for telling him like it is, and then it was like Matthew for it was like Psalms.
That was my favorite.
Calling out a prayer.
Pat, that person donated
there's nothing.
$1,500. So some of them were like this rich Christian donated $1,500, wrote 2 paragraphs that were racist, very racist, and then ended it with God bless Matthew Psalms 3:14 or whatever. Like, you know, like may you rest in the arms of an angel. Like some stupid
Jesus was pretty much about loving the members of your community despite your differences.
Right.
Yeah.
We make fun of Christianity a lot on the show when people are being
part.
stupid, but there's a lot of Christians that don't donate $1,500 and say racist shit when they do it. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's not the religion.
Majority.
It's the device of the idiots that sometimes use it in that way. It's
the GoFundMe stuff is alarming.
I mean, this is insane. I mean, pretty much what they're paying for is like, thanks for saying what I've always wanted to say. Here's $10 for saying what I'm too afraid to say. Shiloh. And dude, I mean,
it's getting hairy out there in the GoFundMe streets.
Yeah. Here's
right. I mean, the scamming people out of
I've thought
this
about
kind of
texting
money.
some of my friends and being like, "Should we do this? You know, like
let's get $1 million.
Should we profit
It
share?"
obviously
Now,
works.
I got to take at least 60 to 70% because I'm taking the risk because it will be my name exposed and not everyone's going to know I'm faking it, obviously. So I might get attacked.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, 70% of $1 million.
Starting to get tempting with how lucrative these things are getting.
Do you guys want to hear the defense from the other side, summarized by one mama who stands with Shiloh Hendricks, who posted an Instagram?
Yeah, this is Let's
All
hear
right,
this mama's.
This is every bit of defense you're going to hear about why this is justified from one crazy bitch.
Let's hear this
Mom,
mama.
Shiloh Hendricks, going viral on the internet right now. She told a kid who, by the way, when you actually look at the picture, the kid is like pretty decent sized child. He was rummaging through her bag and stealing her children's, I guess, toys or whatever out of her bag. She tells him to fuck off, essentially, which when you look at the video, the guy filming the video, he's a Somali, Hassan, whatever. He's a pedophile, actually. He's going to court in a little bit for raping an underage girl after offering her a place to stay. So that's your great people. And this is just like, this is whites having enough of it. We're sick of being bullied in our own country. You have this guy, he's not even from here. He's got a fucking accent. He's a convicted pedophile in a playground in a park. So what are you doing there anyway? And now he's trying to get her life ruined. He's like, oh, this is hate speech. There will be consequences. I'm sorry. This is America. You have free speech in this country. So go and support her. She's got like a gifts and go up. But this is great. This is white people finally being fed up with this shit. And the fact that we have brown people trying to take away white people's rights in a white country when we have the Constitution and freedom of speech, and they come from their countries where you can be locked up for hate speech. This is just disgusting. This is everything wrong with immigrants. This is everything wrong with brown people in our fucking country, and this is why we need to kick them all out. Because they not only come to our country and rape our children, but they also come to our country and try to impose their third world religion and their third world laws on us. This is a white country for white people. These people are not welcome, and I'm glad to see people are finally standing up. So stand with her, and everybody's trying to, shit on her and spin the narrative and ruin her life. But if you can give some to her, because W mom of the year, and show some hate to him as well.
Oh yeah,
man,
I think you
Intense.
did. Yeah.
So if you were sitting there saying, wait a minute, then side with her. I dare you. That's Lily Gaddis. That's every argument on the other side. And it's pretty fucking vile, if you ask me.
That's very racist. Yeah. No, it's the racism level's high in 2025. Got to watch out. People just dial it back. It's just hard for me to understand.
Have been getting pushed around for too long.
But where do you live? Like I've never lived anywhere where you could possibly feel like this country is only for white people. Like everywhere I've ever lived has always been so multicultural that I can't even imagine.
We grew up in one of the most multicultural places in the country. Right. That's why.
But isn't that what the majority of the country lives in those areas, right? I mean, not the majority land mass, but the majority of population. So it's like, to not have any concept of the fact that it's not.
Yes, but there's still out of the 345 million, 100-ish million that don't grow up in a multicultural.
Sure.
So but that's why you can get a lot of people to donate. She only had 7,000 people donate.
Ride into the big city sometime and check it out. It's not like not everybody lives in your.
Rather not.
Yeah, rather
not.
Okay.
Gross. Yeah.
With their accents.
Not see how the rest of the country lives.
Well, I'm with you too. I think that a lot of racism comes from like not experiencing stuff. And then I saw the comment from the guy that said I had to grow up with these animals. So it's not. I guess some of it just is there.
It'd be a shame if Anonymous hacked all those anonymous givers and out of them. It'd be a damn shame.
Oh yeah, I would. I mean, sane people should probably steer clear of all the online
like a
race war.
They can just do a GoFundMe and say Anonymous hacked me, and I was just standing up for the White Nation. Like that. Anyone that gets hacked can just do a GoFundMe. It looks like cut the head off one, give 6 more million.
So insane,
right.
Man.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, start cracking up.
You just ignore these people.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe make your own scheme and.
No, I know. I really want to make my own scheme. I don't want to do it, but I want the 750,000 is what I want. I mean, say pretty much anything for that much money.
True. All right, well, let's move on to good news. Okay, like I promised, I've got good news to end the show. The racism, that's bad news. That's always bad news. The good news right now from NPR, who I think are they getting their funding cut, Pat? NPR.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they still wrote this article.
Yeah, 2% of their funding is federal, which is gone.
Okay. So that's going away, but they still wrote this article here, and it's about Tim Fried. And you'll hear in 2001, after working up to it for years, Tim Fried finally allowed himself to be bitten by a snake. He started with venomous cobras and finally allowed himself to be venomous cobras because they're dangerous. And because they're what he had on his hand at the time. So this guy, this is what literally you see the cobra. This is him just chilling with a cobra on his hand. That's how it started. Quote, my first couple bites were really crazy, Tim said. It's like a bee sting times 1,000. I mean, you have levels of anxiety that go through the roof. And Tim, I'm giving him that accent because he's from Wisconsin. And Tim, he admits been a
cobra's a little stronger than a bee sting.
Yeah, he's letting this fucking thing bite him, and he admits it's been a quote a rocky road. However, right out of the gate, he says, "I was put in ICU after 2 cobra bites, and I dropped into a coma for 4 days." That's what Tim Fried, remembered about his first bites, but he recovered, and with time, became more careful. And to date, he estimates he's willingly been bit by some 200 times, different snakes, and most, bit 200 times, all different manner of venomous snakes, black mambas, taipans, cobras, kraits, many others, maybe rattlesnakes, who knows. And Tim's goal the entire time was to become immune to all snake venom, which he's apparently basically accomplished now. What
a goal.
He's done it. So 20 years of letting snakes bite him on purpose.
In case I get bit by a snake, I'd like to have immunity after he lets himself get bit by a snake 3,000 times.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how. Like you got to be. He's got to have an interesting mind to come up with that concept. But the antibodies in his blood are being used to make universal snake anti-venom. And he's literally defeated snakes, venomous snakes, once and for all. This one man, the antibody provided mice with complete protection against 13 species of venomous snakes and partial protection against 6 more species.
Yeah.
Basically, this dude's blood can save you from the effects of snake bites from Asia, Africa, Australia, North America. So this dude from Wisconsin is going to end up saving like tens of thousands of lives per year in tropical areas once this snake antivenom hits the market.
70,000 people die a year from snake bites. And Will, he was smart about it. Like you mentioned, all the places he purposely got snakes from all over the world so that his immunities would be not just like in a region. Like,
So
this dude defeated snakes.
Pretty much.
I've read a lot about snake guys, and
he's the ultimate snake guy.
Well, but there's a lot of snake guys that have come before him. A lot.
None of them have defeated all snake venom, and that's
we don't know that. That's what I'm saying. We don't know that. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but Pat, he's like Chuck Liddell. There were a lot of fighters that came before Chuck Liddell, but what happened is this guy got paired up
revolutionary
with a CEO of a company that happens to produce and sell immunizations. So his Dana White, he found him, and then this guy gave him like a sweet exec job now, and there's pictures of him like he's retired because he said that he's had too many calls, and now he's got a lab coat on and he's getting paid just to kind of take pictures and tell his story from this company that's about to make $1 trillion selling immunity to snakes. That's what happened.
Mostly from his blood. Like he was the R&D section himself, and so the antibodies.
But he was doing it. He wasn't doing it for that company. The company found out about.
No, he was doing it himself, and then they found him, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is the perfect dude. We need this dude, and it was a match made in heaven. Now everybody's going to survive snake bites because of Tim Freed, a Wisconsin man who let himself get bit over 200 times by snakes. Crazy.
You know, I bet.
Cool story.
I bet he'll get paid a ton of fucking dough to go on certain expositions in the Amazon where like you're in the middle of nowhere
like, he won't be.
You can't get to an anti-venom, but you have Tim there. Just cut Tim open.
He's retired.
And rub a little Tim on you.
Yeah. He's retired unless he knows for a fact that region of the Amazon only has the snakes that he's immune to. He's not going to do it because he said he's had too many cobas.
Okay.
Yeah. He's had. Yeah, it's been a rocky road, guys. That's what he said. On to the Trump date with good news to follow that. The U.S. got the mineral deal with Ukraine, pretty much setting the stage for the proxy war to continue if negotiations with Russia probably fall through. So congrats. You see a lot of that minerals that we now have rights to are inside the Russian advance zone. Fun
it seems
stuff.
like
titanium.
Seems like that'll end it, right?
Graphite, lithium.
Because that's our shit now.
Well,
not so far.
Some of them are in the areas Russia wants. That's
not so far. So far, the word from Russia is this only escalates things. But we'll see how it plays out. Trump also posted an AI picture of himself as the Pope on Saturday with no accompanying text as the Vatican gets ready to pick their new Pope, and so.
The White House retruths that. Will
it's he posted himself as a bishop. Let me be clear, a bishop. Yeah,
I mean
the White House.
Yeah. You know what he meant. He meant Pope.
No, right, and so
because he joked previously that I would be the best new Pope.
Yeah, and so now some of the folks in the conclave not too happy with that one.
I'd be the best Pope since Jesus.
Yeah,
number one.
And then I wish you had tweeted that with it. And then on May the 4th, the White House tweeted, "Happy May the 4th to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting so hard to bring Sith lords, murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, and well-known MS-13 gang members back into our galaxy. You are not the rebellion. You're the empire. May the 4th be with you." And then he posted a picture of himself as a Sith Lord.
Right, that's confusing. That's confusing.
So he's a Sith Lord here saying that, calling everybody else a Sith Lord.
So is he saying the Democrats love him? Because it's confusing. He said the Democrats love Sith Lords, and then they're the Empire, but he's the Empire and he's a Sith Lord. So
yeah, note the red lightsaber. definitely a Sith Lord playing mind games with
Now,
this
well,
one.
this is how
That's
I
what
know
it
no
is.
one's briefed him on the New York City corpse fucker being an immigrant, because it wasn't in that caption.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that he's co-opting two eagles as well. I don't like that. I don't like that he's got
Double-
two eagles back there.
He's double eagles. He's got the John Cena body again, like from when he was a Steeler. And yeah, and so that's his May the 4th post.
George Lucas, cease and
Weird
desist. Yeah,
weird
Oh, he
one.
doesn't
Well,
know
he's been trolling Lucas since 2016. If you don't remember the
Lucas
2016 campaign. Good news though to end the show, and this is a great bit of news to end the show for you today. Alex the Great, in fact, a 4-year-old 28-pound therapy rabbit from San Francisco who can drive his own miniature electric G-Wagon. Check out the video that the Washington Post posted. That's a rabbit. Yeah. And you see, he goes to the corner. He's driving it with his foot. The rabbit's actually driving it. He looks both ways. Crosses the street. He's even steering it too. Pretty impressive stuff from Alex the Great. I got to say, I've never seen a rabbit drive a car before, and now I have.
my neighbor
you're in a good
has
mood.
one of those G wagons, and my 4-year-old can't drive it for shit. So this is pretty impressive.
It's very
Exactly.
impressive.
My kids have trouble. My 4-year-old also has trouble, Pat, with the car that the rabbit drives with no problem.
My
Alex
buddy Andy
saved-
said he lives in like a cul-de-sac, and he said that some little 4-year-old was driving around his G-Wagon Power Wheels and ran over his sprinkler head and broke it this weekend.
Oh, that's
yeah, that happens.
Oh,
That happens. Andy's got to go get a new sprinkler head. Alex was saved from a slaughterhouse in 2020. And while many rabbits are scared of unfamiliar sounds and smells, not Alex. He's a constant presence at Giants games. Here he is. I'm showing you guys Alex on the diamond, just enjoying himself.
you can keep showing us Alex. Yeah. No.
He's a meet and greeter at the San Francisco International Airport. And you can follow him on Instagram at alex.thegreatest100. It's a hell of a rabbit. 28 pounds. Very impressive rabbit. And yeah, it's just thought it was good news, you know. Cool.
Yeah, he's
therapy
more
rabbit.
impressive and better than pretty much every subject of the show today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little palate cleanse for you to end the show here, because some disgusting topics addressed before Alex.
Be more like Alex, you know?
Yeah, everybody be more like Alex the Great. He's a great role model for all of us in 2025. And that's the show. Thank you for listening. Go to patreon.com/hard factor if you want to hear bonus podcasts, get access to the Discord chat, and much more. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!